Inter may have crashed out of Europe, but on the domestic front, they are flying. The league leaders are 10 points clear of rivals Milan, who they face next week in Serie A. The rossoneri hope Genoa can do them a favour, but the odds are stacked against the visitors, just 3 points clear of the bottom three. And we're up and running. Inter looking to strengthen their grip on top spot. Hello, Manuel Pascali.
Good evening, Thomas. Yes, of course, Inter, after the disappointing results in midweek, are willing to get the 3 points here in order to go 13 points ahead of the rossoneri. We're going to play tomorrow before the AC Milan, the Milan derby next week. But it's not going to be easy because Genoa are on a good form.
Indeed. True with Cremonese, beat Torino last time out. Just under a bit of pressure here. Bailo, likewise, manages to scramble it away. Narrow defeats against Lazio and Napoli as well for Genoa. We just mentioned that 1-1 draw last month here, Manuel, at Milan, which they could have won it had Stanchu not missed a late penalty.
Yes, but this the shape the Genoa are on tonight tells you a lot about the Rossi philosophy. Colombo, Vitinha, Baldanzi, Malinowski, or in the starting 11, plenty of quality and attacking threat.
Indeed, since De Rossi took over in November, 26 goals scored. Only Inter, Juventus and Como in that time have been more prolific. Now Baldanzi. Colombo has a go. Always rising though. It will be Dimarco once more. Dimarco for De Vrij. Held by Bailo.
Always a threat, the Dutch centre-back. Ball meant to find somebody on the...
Dimarco. Ends up over the bar, much to the relief of the Rosso-Blue rearguard on that occasion. Kanji rising up. As Malinowski just gives it away. Mkhitaryan now. Bonny. Fine stop by Bailo.
Wow, great first touch by Bonnier. Then immediately stroke towards Bailo. This is a poor pass by Malinowski. Immediately Mkhitaryan feeding number 14. Quick 1-2 by the number 14. Great save by Bailo.
Here's Colombo, space opening up. Colombo, Martin. He'll be disappointed with that one, Aaron Martin. Host of jerseys, Genoa jerseys to aim for, couldn't pick out a single one. Barella. Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan! Genoa rescued by the frame of the goal.
And I think there is a deflection by Vasquez, but that's what you have to do. If you got room, try from distance. You got players that can do it. Not sure if this, without the deflection, was going to meet the net, but this is a good effort by number 22. And Bailo can just watch it rattle the crossbar.
Inter certainly can't blame the playing surface this evening. Recently relayed the San Siro turf ahead of the recent Derby d'Italia after the opening ceremony for the Winter Olympics earlier this month. Carlos Augusto, Mkhitaryan, Zielinski. Carlos Augusto's at full stretch there now. Colombo. Here's Malinowski.
Yeah, and again, too many passes in a congested area. That's what Genoa wants. Wait Inter to force the pass and try to hit immediately in transition with a quick counter-attack.
Spoken about the Derby della Madonnina, but also Lombardy derby next week, the first leg of the Coppa Italia semi-final for Inter against Como. So they look to win the double this season. Luis Enrique first to that loose ball. Barella for Boni! Again, Balo. Now back with Zielinski.
Yeah, he doesn't look 100% fit, but he has to play. We mentioned Lautaro is sidelined due to injury. He has to play. There is P on the bench. He has to do better. He has to do better. We know him.
Here's Dimarco. Mkhitaryan. Dimarco! It's a stunner from Dimarco. Enjoying his football again. After going stale last term, he's back to his brilliant best. Assists, goals, it doesn't matter. Dimarco does it all.
Mamma mia, Thomas. He doesn't score ugly goals. This is another fantastic full volley with outside of his left foot. He's turning into the Brazilian Roberto Carlos, a player that San Siro knows well. Yes, it's a wonderful ball from Mkhitaryan. But look from the angle he's scoring. That's simply astonishing. He's the only one in this league that can produce this sort of goal.
It is pure poetry in motion, isn't it? Look at that finish, the technique. Carlos Augusto. Barella. Should have been two.
Yes. Great action again, great play by Inter on the left side, involved in one of the three centre-back, Carlos Augusto. He jumped probably earlier.
Malinowski tries to bring in Ellerson. Tried to do a Dimarco, but on that right-hand side.
Yeah, and I think Ellerson probably hurt Dimarco on his head after meeting the ball in the air. That was an exquisite ball from Malinowski, probably, yes. I know there is a clash in between Ellerson, probably.
Here's Carlos Augusto. Dimarco. Mkhitaryan. Now Barella. Luis Enrique. Barella. And Balo holds.
Typical when a commentator is saying something that Barella was going to do exactly what we were not expecting him to do.
Martin for Colombo. Vitinha playing on. This is Baldanzi trying to dance his way through. Close ball control. Can he get away from Dimarco?
Great job by the number 32. But Baldanzi is looking lively. We can see Thomas, the goal involvement by Dimarco, 21 is an incredible stat.
And Dimarco then is the difference maker again here. His goal splits the teams at the interval. What a goal it was from Federico Dimarco. Mkhitaryan playing it through, but Dimarco still had so much to do. Inter deserved their lead. Boni had 2 chances. Mkhitaryan hitting the frame of the goal. And at the break then, it is Inter 1, Genoa 0. So first change of the night then from De Rossi. And it will be De Rossi's boys to get us back underway here. Final checks from Fabri, the referee. And we're up and running. Genoa chasing the game and watching the second half again. With me is Manuel Pascali. Hello, Manuel.
Yes, Thomas, we're back here in San Siro for the second half. Substitution, no? In modern era with the 5 changes substitution, we often see players subbed once he picked the first yellow. Amorim is in the middle of the park, technical, tricky player.
But he's lost out there, Amorim. The best of introductions then for the 20-year-old. Thrown into the fray then at the interval. Here's Mkhitaryan speeding forward. Too soft for Dimarco, but Dimarco's won it back. Mkhitaryan. Dimarco, another corner.
Yeah, another corner, a good start from the Nerazzurri.
Ellison. Marcandali for Vitinha. Baldanzi. Vitinha! Took a touch on its way through. Genoa have a corner.
Yeah, you can see Genoa.
Martin's ball for Ekuban, and Ellison couldn't keep his header down.
Yeah, now without Vitinha and Ekuban on the park, this is a solution that can trouble the Nerazzurri defense. Good ball, this good switch of play from Ostigar to Martin.
Dimarco. Boni. Comes to Pio Esposito. Barella. Luis Enrique! Off the post. Now Pio Esposito. Luis Enrique, they're appealing. Yeah. Penalty. Inter will have the chance then to double their lead from the spot.
Yeah, great save again. Babelo. Think the ball from Luis Enrique meet the goalkeeper hand, kiss the post. That was a terrific save because there is a deflection by Aaron Martin, and this is a clear penalty, as you can see the arm by Amorim being stretched, and this we'll see probably Calhanoglu back from the spot.
And Calhanoglu then, total concentration from him. Calhanoglu to make it 2. He's back all right, the penalty specialist. Looking to firmly put behind him his injury woes. He's come off the bench to double Inter's lead. 20 minutes to go, Inter on course for maximum points.
Relentless by Calhanoglu, he doesn't miss. Send the goalkeeper to the opposite side and finds the net. The goal that can can, with 20 minutes to go, could mean another 3 points. Perfect penalty. Struck it well, the power, and then sent Belo on the wrong side. 2-0 Inter.
A warning sign then from the Turkey international to his former employers Milan ahead of next week's Derby della Madonnina. Hakan Calhanoglu is back, sealed with a kiss in front of his adoring public and his skipper, his capitano, Lautaro Martinez. And here is Diouf. Lots of options. Diouf may go it alone. Took a touch on its way through. In the end, he's going to have to settle for a corner kick.
Frattesi won't be happy with his teammates because look, there was a moment, an instant he could have played the former. Now, Austiger did well. Obviously, Diouf wants to impress.
Ellison was there, as was Marcandali. It was Ellison who made the connection, nodding it wide, the Iceland international.
Yeah, this is a free header, poor defending by Luis Enrique.
Calhanoglu. Hello comes. Dimarco. Calhanoglu. Back with Calhanoglu. There's Dimarco. And they're forced back here. Luis Enrique. Carlos Augusto. Akanji for Bisek.
And obviously now Calhanoglu will dictate the tempo for Inter, looking to attract Genoa pressure and maybe hit them in behind.
Welcome return for Inter. Hakan Calhanoglu back ahead of next week's derby. He's back in the squad. They just need Lautaro Martinez again. They're at full strength going into the closing months of the season. They can win league and cup double. What a first season that would be for Christian Kievu. Sommer. Calhanoglu. Here's Junior Messias. This is Ekator, and Akanji very nearly with an own goal after his big error midweek. Luckily, Sommer to the rescue.
Yeah, what a couple of days that would have been for Bisek if the goal, that ball was going to meet Sommer net.
Into the dying embers then, Inter. Deserved winners. Another step towards the tricolore, the Scudetto. The perfect response after the Champions League exit midweek. Inter will take a double-digit lead into next week's Derby della Madonnina. A delicious Dimarco goal and another Hakan Calhanoglu penalty, giving Inter maximum points. 15 now unbeaten, currently 13 clear at the top, awaiting Milan's game tomorrow at Cremonese. For the Nerazzurri then, perfect response after their exit on the European front. Another step towards the league title. Final score here at the Meazza, Inter 2, Genoa 0.